Welcome to Pin It. We're going to go through a unboxing and opening of a 3D printer enclosure. It's made by Yoopai, and we're going to open it up, set it up, and give a review on it today. So stay tuned. Okay, we're going to unbox the Yoopai 3D printer enclosure. See what we have inside. So to start with, we got the actual outside fabric, and it looks like the actual framework of the unit. And there's 3 different sizes on these. 1 is the longest, 2 in the middle, and 3 is the shortest. And you notice that there's only a certain amount in each pack as well, so you want to pay attention to that. And a little LED light, so that's really nice. And the 180-day warranty card, so that's pretty cool. Then we have all these little connectors that are going to connect all these poles to make the framework. So we're going to separate those out and kind of organize them a little bit, and we'll put this thing together. So I got my corner pieces, and then all our front little straight through connectors. Set that aside. And you got directions in here. So let's take those directions out real quick. And the last one I put together, I liked it so much that I went ahead and purchased another one. So I thought I'd do an unboxing of this one. But I did notice that they packaged these rods backwards. The 1 and 3 were in the wrong spot. And I was scratching my head a little bit, and I was like reading the directions, and finally I threw the directions away and just put it together, and it was super easy. You really don't always really need the directions, but yeah, so there's that. So what you want to do is open each bag, and we're going to connect 2 of the rods together. Do that to all 3 packages. You'll notice the longest ones, when you get them all 4 all put together, there's only 4 of them, so obviously that's going to be the uprights, because you only need 4 uprights. And then the other 2 are going to make the outer rim on the floor and the bottom. Okay, we're moving down to the ground here just because it's so big that I just didn't have room for it on that table. And actually, here's the dimensions of it. Just to give you an idea, it's 70 millimeters. Whoops, that's kind of not in the light. It's 70 millimeters in width, and 75 millimeters deep, and then 90 millimeters tall. So it's a pretty good size. So now we're going to go ahead and put the actual enclosure on. Stretch out the shape of the floor. show my good side. Now I moved this around enough that I don't know if I got it in the right direction. This 70 millimeters with 75. Go. The quarters in. Looks good. Go. Right. And then lastly, we got the LED light mount in there. And that I just mounted mine across the top here so it shines down kind of like that on the inside. I'll get it all set up, but I'm going to set one of my printers. Actually, I'm going to set two printers in there just to give you an idea of the sheer size of this thing. So I'll get this LED light installed and I'll get a printer in there and we'll start back from there. Okay, now I have the Yoopai enclosure installed and I have my Cobra 2 Pro mounted inside, and you can see this thing is pretty good size. I mean, I got the whole filament reel and everything in there, and it's got plenty of room. So here is the light. It just has these little clips on the rod, and zip tied it down. It has a little on-off switch here, and pretty impressive little light. It has makes it really nice to see your projects. I don't know if you can see the difference, how much you can see. So that's pretty cool. And so there's one more printer I wanted to put in here so you can kind of get an idea of the sheer size of this thing. So we'll put that in and show you that with it closed down, the end plate there and the zipper. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with them. So let me get the other printer and put it in there to give you an idea what the sheer size of this thing. Alright, so here is my Cobra 2 Max, which is a huge printer. I mean, the base on it is just massive, but this thing still fits in there pretty good. It goes all the way back, no touching. The sides, the height is all good. Here's where you run into the problem. We're out a little bit, but I have run this and just did not zip this thing all the way down, and it runs just fine. I have not had any issues with this whatsoever, and you're getting 90% of your protection. Your biggest thing is you don't want the wind and the temperature change affecting your prints. So you're getting 90% of your coverage. So as far as I'm concerned, this is perfectly acceptable. Of course, you're going to have to run your filament outside through this little flap. I actually put a little hole so it was a lot easier. Yeah, I ran it through that flap. It has a hole there, but it's a little high. And it's working perfectly. The alternative is you could go online and buy a all plexiglass one for $780. This was $59.99. So I think the Cobra 2 Pro, you could probably get away with a medium instead of this large size. But I'm not sure if the filament will fit inside with in the medium size. So that's my review. I'm super pleased with them. Matter of fact, this is my second one I purchased, and I'm actually running my other printer in the other one right now. I'll do just a quick video of it. This is the other Yoopai enclosure that I purchased. Have it on my hobby desk. I did build this bottom one. It was fairly reasonable just because I used wood around the other sides, and that fits good for my Cobra 2, and it uses a little bit less room. So yeah, that's a Cobra Max, and it fits in there pretty good. And same thing, it actually will come through and hit this a little bit, and it has not affected the prints whatsoever. So she's just in there printing away. So there she is. That's my review. I'm pretty happy with them, and I think it's a really good alternative to spending $780. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.